Dramatic videotape obtained by Channel 5 News.
One of the first broadcasts of police brutality against a black man that sparked national outrage was the assault on Rodney King in 1991. 29 years later, the vicious murder of George Floyd reignited outrage and protests through the Black Lives Matter movement. The public's perception of the police is complex.
They're not using their guidelines how they should be, and they're using a little more brute force.
I think a lot of them go in for the right reasons, but, power corrupts.
Most of my views of the police are a bit swayed because of the things that I keep seeing online.
It's something that we still need. There's just a lot of work that needs to be done within that system.
In discussing racism and justice issues, our class wondered, how can the police not only recruit but keep good officers while the perception of police seems to be at an all-time low? According to the International Association of Chiefs of Police, 78% of agencies reported difficulty in recruiting qualified candidates, while 75% of agencies reported that recruitment is more difficult today than it was 5 years ago. Two graduates of SRJC's digital filmmaking program, Andrew and Chris Wyncoop, joined the police academy in San Francisco. After graduating and serving as officers for 4 years, Andrew decided to leave the force while his brother Chris is out on disability after being injured on the job.
After a big incident, like I was told, like 9/11 by officers who worked then, people were like, buying officers coffee and always, very happy to see them because they were, they had seen them as heroes at that moment. But then something like the George Floyd thing happens and it's the other direction. So
when you tell people that you are or were a police officer, do you ever get weird responses from people or assumptions?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's definitely, yeah. Usually it's, I don't know, usually amongst people my age, millennials or Gen Z type age people, it's usually not always that positive. They're not to say they won't hear you out, but they're definitely going to have like a remark to make, or maybe like even if it's not like they're not trying to really insult you, it'll be somewhat like derogatory terms. Oh, you're a blank, or oh, so you're like this, and there's like a lot of connotations. I don't know. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I mean, the idea of a police officer can be like a divisive political thing. So yeah, like it just depends who you're talking to. Like I've gotten some bad comments from people, and they didn't really even realize it was necessarily that negative. Some of the things they said when I told them.
We decided to look to our own academy at Santa Rosa Junior College to see how they are recruiting and retaining officers. We spoke to Lanny Brown, Associate Dean and Director of SRJC's Intensive Police Academy.
So the recruitment for our customer agencies is becoming more and more difficult to find the right quality person to do this job, to be in service to others. But the good thing that I see locally here, our agencies aren't compromising. They're still able to hire good quality human beings to be sent here to be trained, to be the type of person, the type of professional that we'd want to see show up at one of our doorsteps in our time of need. Everything that we do is based on how can we de-escalate this without force being our tool.
What do you think of your current class and the current recruits?
I absolutely love this class. They're just a group of really good people that are working well together, and I'm just so inspired to be part of their development. I love what I do. I feel so passionate. It's not just a job, it's a relationship that I really love, the enthusiasm of the people that come in wanting to go out and make a difference.
We joined this profession because we want to help people. That is our ultimate goal, and that's the whole reason why all 57 of us are here.
It's a high intensive academy.
It's very reputable. It's one of the best in the state.
It's hard work, but it's worth it in the end. And if it's your dream, don't give up on it.